Ladies and gentlemen, we present justice.
The state of Illinois versus Roxy Hart for the murder of Fred Casey. Thank you.
The state calls Mr. Amos Hart.
Blah, 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 truth, help you God.
I certainly do.
Questioned by Sergeant Fogarty. What happened next? Answered by Roxy Hart. I shot him because he was trying to walk out on me. Signed Roxy Hart. You recognize the signature?
Yes, sir. It's the signature of the lady who used to be my wife.
Exactly. Take the witness.
Hi, hello, Amos.
Amos, that's right, Mr. Flynn Amos.
Amos, you are at present obtaining a divorce from the defendant. Any reason in particular?
I'll say the newspaper said she was expecting a little stranger.
Hardly grounds for divorce, is it?
A little too much of a stranger.
Oh, by that you mean to say you doubted the paternity of the child.
Well, sure.
Did you even bother to ask her if you were the father?
Well, no, sir, but you told
Just
me.
jump to a conclusion? Do you call that playing square? If Roxy Hart swore that you were the father of her child, which she does.
She does?
I do.
She does! Step down, Daddy. The defense calls Roxy Hart.
Roxy Hart to the stand.
Truth, blah, 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 so help you God.
I do.
Okay. Hi, kid. What's your name?
Roxy.
Roxy, I have here a statement saying you have had illicit relations with the deceased. Is this statement true or false?
I'm afraid that's true.
You're an honest girl, Roxy. Tell me, when did you first meet Fred Casely?
When he sold me and Amos our furniture. He was also a regular patron at the nightclub. I used to be a member of the chorus.
Right, and your personal relationship with him, when did that begin?
When I permitted him to drive me home one night.
Hey, Chickie.
Hello, Mr. Casely.
Fine night for ducks, ain't it? How about I drive you home? It's raining so hard after all.
Charleston. He seemed like a fine gentleman.
Yet you were married, Miss Hart.
Oh, yes, I know. And I don't think I would have gotten in the car with him if me and Amos hadn't quarreled that very morning.
Quarreled about what?
Amos, I don't want you working in the cheap Southside nightclub.
Yeah.
I don't want you working those long hours either.
Sure.
Oh, yes. I want a real home and a child.
That chance.
So, you drifted into this illicit relationship because you were unhappy at home.
Most unhappy.
I love you, honey. I love you.
Yet you do respect the sacredness of the marriage vow.
Yes, sir, I do.
Then why didn't you stop this affair?
Well, I tried to, but Mr. Casely, he'd plead and he'd say,
I can't live without you. I can't live without you. I can't live without you. I love you, honey. I love you.
I was being torn apart.
Roxy Hart, the state has accused you of the murder of Fred Casely. Are you guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty. Oh, yes, I killed him, but I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal.
Oh, there.
Yes.
Roxy, can you recall the night of February 14th?
Yes, I can.
Tell the jury, in your own words, the happenings of that evening.
Well, it was about 2 a.m. and I was driving. Thank you. It was about 2 a.m. and I was driving home, and I had to stop at an all-night grocery store to get some baking powder to make cupcakes for my Amos. Oh, Amos just loved my cupcakes. So I got home, I started to get ready for bed, and then I heard the doorbell ring.
Ding dong.
I thought it was my friend Gloria, so I slipped in my kimono and I went to the door.
And who was there?
Fred Casely.
And what did he say?
That note you wrote me. Telling me it was all over. Why'd you write it?
Well, I've seen the error of my ways, and
And
And when
you asked him to, did he go away?
I object. The counsel is leading the witness.
Sustained.
I'll rephrase the question. What did you say?
I said, go away!
Beat it, buddy.
I tried to close the door, but he forced his way in. I ran into the bedroom, but he followed me.
Look, let's just have one little drink and I'll leave.
Why didn't you scream?
I didn't want to wake the neighbors. Please, no good will come of this, and besides, I love my husband.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
So you told him you loved your husband, and what did he say to that?
Doesn't matter. You're mine. You're mine. You're mine!
I can't go on. I can't go on. I can't go on.
No, Roxy, you must tell the jury everything. They have a right to know.
Okay. Amos and me, we're gonna have a baby.
And what did he say to that?
I'd kill you before I see you have another man's child.
What happened next?
He pushed me across the room, and then Mr. Hart's revolver was sitting between us. He grabbed for it, but I pushed it out of his hands. He whirled me aside, and then we both reached for the gun, but I got it first.
Hooray!
And then he came towards me with that funny look in his eyes.
I mean to kill you.
Do you think he meant to kill you?
Oh, yes, sir.
So it was his life or yours?
And not just mine. So I closed my eyes, and I shot!
Roxy! Roxy, please!
In defense of your life.
And my husband's unborn child!
And they'll make you a star.